Hi everyone, it's me, Crafty Witch, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to make something called war water. Now, what is war water? War water is used as a form of defensive magic. It's used as a form of protection. It can be used in hexes and curses and that kind of thing as well, but primarily, for the most part, it is used to protect you and your family, your home, from folks that are deliberately trying to send negative energy, hexes, curses your way. It's an excellent, very powerful, potent form of magic, and it's fairly easy to make. You need water, glass jar, and some nails. And I've got 3 types of nails here. So this is a 3.5-inch long nail, flathead. On top, I've got some smaller framing nails here that have like a little miniature flathead. And then I've got some finishing nails. If you only have the one type of nail, that's fine. I do recommend these big boys because they're big. And they're like, if you picture these guys kind of like your soldiers, right? These are the big guns, and these are kind of like the, I don't know, the smaller guns or whatever, if you will. If you have rusty nails, you will want to use those. If you can get your hands on a whole bunch of rusty nails, by all means, use those. Those would be absolutely perfect in this, but do be careful. You don't want to get tetanus. So wear gloves. Make sure that you are very careful if you're handling any kind of like rusty nails or anything like that. If you have spikes, like the big spikes that are like thick and they're made out of iron and they're rusty, use those. Those would be absolutely perfect in this as well. So, but like I said before in other videos, use what you can, use what you got, use what you have available. So this is what I have. I've got these 3 types of nails. That is what I'm going to use. The other ingredient is Spanish moss. Now this, I found this actually in, oh my gosh, I want to say I've had this probably since the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. I've gotten this, and it was a big bag of Spanish moss for $1 at that time. It was called a buck or two store, so it was like a dollar store, and it was in with their like floral arrangements type section that they had in their craft area, and that's where I found this. So I do know that if you can't find this, you might want to check out like different occult stores and that kind of thing. But before you do, maybe check out your local dollar store and see what they have. Maybe go check out other local stores in your area that deal with like floral arrangements and see if they carry any of this. So instead of paying like, I don't know, $5-6 for a little tiny baggie of it at an occult store, maybe go check out someplace like your craft stores, your dollar stores, anywhere that has kind of like floral arrangement type of stuff, because they might carry this. And that's where I found this, and like I only paid $1 for like, it was a great big bag, and I've stored it into this 1-liter sealer. So just the thought. And if you have to order it online, then you have to order it online. You could probably make it with just the nails. And if you don't have Spanish moss, then so be it, right? Use what you can, what you have on hand. So for this, I am going to put these nails into this jar. So I'm using a 1-liter jar, which would be like a 1-quart jar. Oh, that's probably super loud for you guys. And there's really no set amount of nails that you need to use. There. I think that's good enough. Now I'm going to move in with these smaller framing nails. And these guys are good for getting into the real small little nooks and crannies. Because really, when you think about it, like the sharp pointy end, that is like what's going to cut through that bad medicine, that bad or negative energy that's been sent your way. And that's what it's going to, you know, it's going to send it back to whoever has been sending it to you, whether it's curses or hexes or what have you. You want to be careful sticking your fingers in there. You don't want to cut yourself either. So okay. Now I'm going to move on to the finishing nails. And like I said, if you only got the one type of nail, use that, right? Use what you have. Not everybody's going to have all these different kinds of nails. Actually, I went out and bought these because I'm going to be making, you know, witches bottles and other things where I'm going to be utilizing these nails. So should be good. Now we're gonna take our Spanish moss and I'm gonna throw a pinch of that in there. Maybe I'll throw in another one. Now we're gonna fill her up with some water. And then we're gonna let it sit. So eventually the nails will rust. You might want to check on it from time to time, maybe give it a bit of a shake. Some folks will open up their jar and let it sit like on a full moon. You can let it sit out in the moonlight, opened up like that overnight, and then just seal it up again in the morning. But you'll want this to sit until the nails become rusty. So this is a long-term spell. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time and patience. And then eventually the nails will start to get rusty, and that will change the color of the water, and then that's when you know that your water is ready, and you can give it a good shake if you like. So that's how you make war water. It's a lot quicker and a lot faster if you have a whole bunch of rusty nails, which I don't have, but if you have access to that, that is something you might want to look into. Maybe you have a grandpa or a dad that, you know, would have an old coffee can in the garage or in the barn full of old rusty nails, because, you know, the older generations, they wouldn't get rid of bent nails or rusty nails or anything like that. They would end up reusing them. And I can even remember my grandfather taking nails and like straightening them out if they've already been used and they got a bit of a bend to them. But yeah, that might be another source of rusty nails that you might want to check into if you happen to have maybe an older relative that saves or reuses old nails, or maybe there's a coffee can, like I said, somebody's garage or in their barn where they have a whole bunch of old nails. But if there is, you can definitely use that to make your war water. And again, this is used in defensive magic for the most part, to break hexes and curses, to send them back to its sender. Some people do use it on the offensive side of things, but primarily it is used as a form of protection against those kinds of things. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you have, and we'll see you guys soon. Ciao.